Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to all of you. Today we are going to study about the basics of spectroscopy. First we will go through about these contents. First we will look at the definition of spectroscopy, and after that we will study electromagnetic radiations, which is abbreviated as EMR, and then EMR spectrum, energy levels, and there are three types of energy levels we will study, and after that we will study types of molecular spectra. There are three types of molecular spectra: rotational spectra, number one rotational spectra, second vibrational spectra, and third electronic spectra. And after that we will study frequency and its units, wavelength and its units, wave number, quantum equation and its derivatives. So let's move on to the first definition of spectroscopy. Spectroscopy. What is spectroscopy? Spectroscopy can be defined as the branch of science which deals with the study of interaction of electromagnetic radiations with the matter. That whenever electromagnetic radiations interact with the matter, we get some information in the form of graph, and from that information we can predict about the structure, internal structure of matter. Let's suppose I can explain you by drawing a diagram. If we say this is the electromagnetic radiations and here is matter, this is matter and this is electromagnetic radiations. Whenever electromagnetic radiations interact with the matter, we get a graph. This is graph, and from this graph we can elucidate or confirm its structure of the matter. Suppose we say that this matter consists of CH4. So from this graph we can determine its structure, that this matter composed of 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen atoms. So by using these spectroscopy techniques, we can find out the nature, or we can find out the structure of material or matter. That spectroscopy is the branch of science which deals with the study of interaction of electromagnetic radiations with the matter, and from this interaction we get information about this structure. As I have given you the example of CH4, I can quote you another example here. Suppose we have a solution in beaker, and this solution consists of sodium chloride. So by using this technique, we can not only find out the nature of material or matter present, but also we can find out its concentration. Suppose we say that this beaker contains 1 gram sodium chloride. So by using this technique, spectroscopy techniques, we can find out its concentration as well as its nature. That is we can say that we can analyze its concentration as well as nature of the material. So we can say that spectroscopy can be used to study qualitative and quantitative analysis. Qualitative mean that we can study its nature, and quantitative mean we can study its concentration. So by using this technique, we can study the qualitative and quantitative analysis of the materials. So spectroscopy. Now look again at the definition of spectroscopy. That we can define spectroscopy is the branch of science dealing with the study of interaction of electromagnetic radiation with the matter. Whenever electromagnetic radiations hit the matter, we get information. From this information we can elucidate about its structure of the matter. That is, spectroscopy is the most powerful tool available for the study of atomic and molecular structure, and is used in the analysis of a wide range of samples. We can analyze different samples and identify these samples. Next we move on to the interaction with matter. That whenever electromagnetic radiations interact with the matter, what happens? Here, this is electromagnetic radiations. When this electromagnetic radiation interact with the matter, what happened? Either these radiations will be absorbed by the molecule or matter, that absorption can take place. And in second case, after absorption of these electromagnetic radiations, matter can emit these radiations. So absorption can take place after the interaction of electromagnetic radiations with the matter. Absorption can take place and emission can take place, and it can also that whenever electromagnetic radiations hit the material, it can bounce back in different directions, that is scattered. It can scatter in different directions. So from these three phenomena we can classify spectroscopy in three major categories. First one, when in first case, when absorption takes place, we can classify first type of spectroscopy, absorption spectroscopy. And whenever emission takes place, in second types of spectroscopy we can say here emission spectroscopy. And whenever electromagnetic radiations hit the material and there is scatter of the radiations, and from these scattered radiations we can give a third type, that is scattered spectroscopy. So due to these three phenomena we can classify these spectroscopic techniques in three different types, that is absorption spectroscopy, emission spectroscopy and scattering spectroscopy. And these three spectroscopic techniques will give us idea about the structure, its structure and nature of the material. Structure, we can say structure, we can elucidate its qualitative and quantitative analysis, that we can find out the nature of the material and the concentration of the material. Next, interaction with the matter. The effect of electromagnetic radiation on interaction with the matter depends on energy associated with the radiation. अच्छा देखें, जब भी इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशंस मैटर को हिट कर रही हैं तो क्या होता है, हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन होती है, जिस इंफॉर्मेशन से हम उस मैटर के बारे में बता देते हैं कि इस मैटर के अंदर इसकी नेचर क्या है, और या इसकी कंसंट्रेशन भी हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं। अगर इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशंस हम उसके ऊपर डाल रहे हैं और वो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक डिफरेंट एनर्जीज की हैं, अगर वो ज़्यादा एनर्जी की रेडिएशंस अब्जॉर्ब करेंगी तो उस केस में क्या होगा, अगर कम एनर्जी की रेडिएशंस अब्जॉर्ब करेंगी उस केस में क्या होगा, और अगर उससे भी कम एनर्जी की रेडिएशंस अब्जॉर्ब करेंगी तो उस केस में क्या होगा। तो हम स्टडी करेंगे फिलहाल तीन तरह की कंडीशंस हम स्टडी करेंगे। फर्स्ट वन, अगर अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशंस अब्जॉर्ब करता है कोई भी मैटर तो उस केस में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ट्रांजिशंस होंगी। अगर इंफ्रारेड रेडिएशंस अब्जॉर्ब करेगा तो उस केस में मॉलिक्यूलर वाइब्रेशंस होंगी, और माइक्रोवेव रेडिएशंस अब्जॉर्ब करेगा तो मॉलिक्यूलर रोटेशन होगी। अब देखें, हम अभी इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन स्पेक्ट्रम पढ़ेंगे, उसमें ये इन तीनों को दिखाया गया है। इसमें अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशंस जो हैं उनकी एनर्जी जो है ज़्यादा है एज़ कम्पेयर टू इंफ्रारेड और माइक्रोवेव, और फिर इंफ्रारेड की एनर्जी माइक्रोवेव से ज़्यादा है। तो जो अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशंस हैं वो कॉज करेंगी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ट्रांजिशन, इंफ्रारेड माइक्रोवेव वाइब्रेशंस, एंड माइक्रोवेव रेडिएशंस विल कॉज मॉलिक्यूलर रोटेशन। हियर we read that very energetic radiations UV and X-ray may cause an electron to be ejected from the molecules, and radiation in the infrared region of the spectrum have much less energy than they cause vibration in the molecules. And next, microwave radiation is even less energetic than infrared radiation. It can neither induce electronic transition in molecules nor it can cause vibration. It can only cause molecules to rotate. तो ये माइक्रोवेव रेडिएशन सिर्फ रोटेशन काज करेंगी, इंफ्रारेड रेडिएशंस मॉलिक्यूलर वाइब्रेशंस काज करेंगी,